Chapter 14. I woke up lying on my stomach, my cheek plastered in sweat against the pillow, mouth half opened, drool dripping from my lip. The window was cracked half an inch, letting a crisp November morning breeze chill my room. I rolled onto my back and rubbed my hands over my eyes, groaning. These dreams needed to stop. I couldn't handle another sex dream about Eros. But damn, did I love them. He looked so sexy with those sharp horns and piercing black eyes. I pressed my knees together. If only it were real. "You're moaning an awful lot in there," Maria yelled from the hall. A few moments later, my door opened and she peeked her head in, the wide grin on her face immediately disappearing. "Oh, you're in here alone." I sat up and pulled the blankets over my bare chest. "Maria, you can't just walk in. What if Trayvon was over?" She tossed her blonde hair over her shoulder and twirled a mascara stick in her hand. "I knew he wasn't here. He came over an hour ago to see you, but you were sleeping." "Then why do you think someone was here?" "I thought maybe Eros paid you a visit this morning." She shrugged, like Eros being in my room with me while I had a boyfriend was nothing. Then she walked to my mirror and continued to apply her makeup. Heat crawled up my cheeks. Oh, Eros was here last night, just not the way that she thought. But if she found out I was having hot dreams about Eros, she'd make a huge deal out of it, and probably would even tell him. Her blue eyes widened in the mirror. "Oh my gosh, he did, didn't he?" No, Maria, he didn't." She turned on her heel. "Then why are you blushing?" "I'm not blushing." I was definitely blushing. "Yes, you are. Maria, did you have a wet dream about him?" "Maria!" "You did." She squealed and hopped onto the bed with me, grabbing my wrist. "Tell me how good he was. I have wet dreams about Javier and Zane all the time. And let me tell you, girl, they drive me crazy, especially Javier. He's so good with his—" I tugged on the t-shirt I had on last night and rolled out of bed. "I don't have time to talk about this right now. I have to get ready for work." And I really didn't want to know what Javier did to her, especially after the movie last night. Dr. Yu stood in front of the wall-length windows in her office and sifted through some papers. The sunlight was reflecting off of her glasses. "Morning, Danny." She took a sip from her Ollie's coffee mug and quickly glanced at me. "You look refreshed." Refreshed. I had rushed to put myself together this morning, wanting to get out of the house before Maria had the chance to ask me question after question about Eros. She placed her coffee on her desk and leaned against it. "I suspect you figured out your dilemma with Trayvon?" "Oh, yeah. Sure." She raised a sharp brown brow and nodded to the couch. "What happened?" My fingers brushed against the plush cushion, and I sat down. "Nothing." It was bad to think this, but after last night, I didn't want her to talk any sort of sense into me. She tilted her head and smiled softly, waiting for me. I sat there in the awkward silence, kicking my feet back and forth, and gazed out of the window. God, this woman would not let this go. "He wanted me to go to this stupid party he was throwing at his bar, and we got into a fight." "Have you talked to him since?" "Yes." "What did he say?" I didn't want to tell her, because she had always liked Trayvon. We matched on so many levels. It was absolute love, she had said. Rare these days. I gazed out the window. Bright beams of sunlight were shining through a pocket of plush white clouds. It reminded me of the time Mom took me to the park for my birthday, when we were lying on the ground, grass tickling my arms and legs. She pointed up at the sky and told me stories of angels rising up to heaven. That morning, we watched the crepuscular rays for hours. It was the last morning I saw her alive. I grasped her pendant and took a deep breath. Whenever I saw those rays, I knew she was with me. He said that he'd work on himself for me, I said. Dr. Yu gazed out the window and paused for a moment. When you've had arguments before, has he followed through with his promises? Yes. And your relationship improved, didn't it? My heart clenched. Yes. So what's bothering you? She asked. When I didn't answer, she leaned closer to me. Danny, you know I won't judge you for your answer. I'll just provide you with as much help and guidance as I can. Her voice was soft, yet I knew she'd push me toward Trayvon, toward a heavenly good. I parted my lips and took a shaky breath. I... Moving around the desk, she sat next to me and wrapped an arm around my shoulder. I want you to make the best decision for yourself, and I know that you have loved Trayvon for years. From what you tell me, your relationship is strong. I don't want you to lose something like that for a lustful fling. She paused for a moment, and I saw Mom in her eyes, and I knew one thing. I couldn't disappoint Mom.
You've reached the end of this episode. Thanks for listening. To get up to 4 weeks additional uncensored content, subscribe to the podcast at reamstories.com/AmeliaRoseAudio. Due to content restrictions, explicit sex scenes will only be available through Ream. But if you'd like to continue listening to my free episodes, make sure to hit the follow button to receive updates.